Coming up on today's episode. Good Sunday afternoon to you all, YouTube. It is 1:51 now in the PM. Here with you at the bench to do a little flapping. I'm not going to try and match Bill's. You have to give me a minute here to get situated. I'm not going to try to match Bill's. I don't even know what epic flap that he did, an hour and a half. Jeez, oh Pete, Bill. Nobody's going to match that. So anyway, I thought I would get together with you and talk a little bit about some things going on here that are kind of behind the scenes, I guess is the best way to put it. I know you may be getting tired of me talking about our kit sales and stuff like that, but there was some interesting stuff that went on there, and I thought you might like to hear about it. We got a message from PayPal on our business account that we needed to update our tax information for the IRS because we apparently have crossed the $600 threshold that they require, I guess, better information or whatever. I don't know exactly what the deal was. So I was kind of scrambling around trying to find, what to do. And basically I came up with the fact that we needed what's called an employer's identification number, EIN. And so I went to apply for one online, thinking I was on the IRS site. Apparently I wasn't. I got to the point where it said submit application, and I clicked that, and a pop-up came up to put my debit card or credit card in or whatever, and there was going to be a charge of $249. So I put the brakes on that right away and got off that site and did some more research. Well, come to find out, I was on a scammer type website, and that's just how easy that works. So, obviously I didn't put my information in there as far as credit card and things like that, because I had no intention of paying that much money to get an EIN, which should be free. And when I found out, or when I actually got on the IRS site and did find out it is free, and so the only problem with it is they only accept applications online during the week, Monday through Friday. I think 8 to 10 p.m. or something like that. I don't know what it is. 8 in the morning to 10 at night. Something like that. But so I'll have to wait till tomorrow to do that. But in the meantime, I was able to appease PayPal with just my Social Security number, and so we've done that for now. I think you can change that to an EIN later, I hope. That's the plan anyway, once I get the EIN for our business. And so that's what we're going to do there. But I just thought it was kind of interesting that I really thought I was on the IRS. I just thought that was how it worked, and like I said, it was a real easy form to fill out. That should have been my first clue, because anything that's that easy is not going to be government related. We had our little dining detectives adventure last night at my daughter's house. My son and some of his co-workers and their spouses, and like I said, it was an interesting evening. First time I'd ever done anything like that. Like I said, it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, but at the same time, it was fun. There was a lot of interactions between the people and things like that. So yeah, it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed it, and like I said, I'm grateful to her for providing the food, for one thing, and also for having me over to do it. And I like I say, it was kind of interesting and fun. So something different, you know what I mean? Life's all about doing things different. If you do the same old every day of your life, that's pretty boring. So, you know, you got to get out and do things once in a while, or at least I do, and keep things busy or working right for you. Another thing I wanted to touch on was George Christophe over in the UK. I want to thank him publicly for his recent video on the review of the BDST-1. George did an excellent job demo of the unit, and like I said, it have resulted in a few orders coming in our way, and so like I said, that was really good. One of the first things I found out once we started getting orders from that was the fact that DigiKey apparently is back ordered on the LM380N chips, and we've kind of assumed all along that DigiKey would be a reliable source for those because of you know, they have been in the past, and you know, of course they're no different than any other company. They have supply shortages they have to deal with during this time, and apparently that has been the case. Now, we were able to secure 25 chips through Mauser, a little bit more on shipping, but the cost of the 25 was a little bit less than DigiKey because of the price break for the quantity. So, like I said, those are supposed to be mailed out pretty quick, and hopefully we will get those to get these orders filled out. We used the last one, I think yesterday. I think the ones I sent out 2 yesterday that I think I used the last of our LM380 chips on that, and so like I said, we ordered 25 this time, thinking, you know, maybe that would be a better way to do it, and it actually, I don't know what the price break, I haven't broke the price down compared to DigiKey, but probably comparable, I'm going to say, as far as that's concerned. I don't care. To me, it doesn't really matter where we get them at, as long as we can get them and get them, you know, it's about the same price. I don't care. That's good. So that's that. The parts for the Simple AM Plus that Bob mailed to me are in Columbus, Indiana right now. They will be delivered tomorrow, supposedly, and those will be we will be sending those out to our beta testers, and I haven't decided totally exactly who's going to be the beta testers on this yet, but Bob wants to use 3 and 2, and I wanted 3, and so I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I think the more the merrier as far as the beta testing goes. I think the better cross sample that you can get from your different people, I think that's a better representation of how your actual sales are going to go, and the problems that might be incurred with those. Don't have the instructions completely written yet, but they are mostly done. The only part I don't have is the testing section, and I'm going to have to get together with Bob and get that ironed out, because when I tested mine, he gave me an idea of what to do, and I did it, but then I found out later on there was a better way of doing it, so I'm going to try to incorporate that into it as well, so we'll see what happens. But trying a little bit different setup for the flap this time. As you can see, I've used the camera boom, and this is the Kodak ZE-1, and I don't know how good the battery is. Looking at it is still recording, so you know, apparently it's okay for right now. I think this is a 1280p or 720p, I'm sorry, and I think that's what we'll use for this anyway. There's a light right above there that I know you probably can't see because I've turned it off, and I was thinking maybe that would cause some problems. Hoping the light off of the monitor behind the camera will give me some light on my face, I guess, and plus the light coming out of the window, and maybe some light from the lights as well. So anyway, I haven't got this light on this side yet done, and I need to get that done. This whole side has gone downhill on the bench again, and it's all cluttered up, and I've just been trying to get work done over here on this side, and like I said, it's just I need one side clean at all times so I can get, especially for like when I do my kits, I have to have enough space to sort out the parts and things like that. I've got that ironed, or not ironed out, but I've got that down to a good system to where I can get the orders filled pretty quick. I did the 2 Saturday morning in an hour's time, had both kits ready to mail, and I think that was pretty good. So, like I said, I've got, I believe once the chips come in, I think what I'm going to do is get everything ready and just leave the chips out, and then when they come in, I will go ahead and put those in the kits, and everything will be ready to mail out. Like I said, we have one new order going to Spain, which is kind of exciting. I think the charge ended up being $37.50 for that, so that's not too bad. And like I said, we'll be sending that out, and I've got I think two or four. I can't remember. I believe there's 4 total that are going out, and I think most of those are going to European locations, mostly the UK. So, and I think 1 here in the States. So that will be a good deal. So, like I said, apparently, like I said, we're doing good enough. We had to fill out another tax form, so I guess that's doing pretty good. I say there's not much else going on here. A good, nice day yesterday, up very close to 80 degrees. Not quite, but you know, I didn't wear a coat last time for the first time going out to my daughter's house, and that was pretty nice. And so today I think it's supposed to be a little less temperature-wise, but still nice and sunny out there, and looking good. So maybe spring is here, maybe. No more new information on Cletus and cars. Still waiting on a check from my my niece. So once that comes in, I will be ordering my tickets. I was talking to my son last night and asked him if he ordered his, and he said no, he was waiting to hear back from me. And I understand that, because I'm kind of, I don't want to order something, pay that much money for it, and not have anybody else going with me. So that's the thing I'm trying to avoid. So I can do it right now if I want to. My first of the month money came in already, so I could do that. But I want to wait until that check gets here, because I'd like to have enough money to that I know there's no more problem with anything else. Other than paying my electric bill, the only thing I did was with that so far was that. And so, like I said, I do have the money to do it, but I want to wait as long as I can to see, because I think it's the middle of the month, so this is the first of the month. I think we've got time. I don't know exactly when the cutoff is for getting tickets online. I know they're cheaper if you do it that way, but I don't know how much or anything like that. I'll have to investigate that a little bit, I guess. But so that's that. All the projects that I've been working on the bench, the power supply, the amp, all those things have been kind of put on hold until I can get some parts in. I need a couple, 3 different things for the power supply, and the amp is the same way. I've got 2 or 3 things out there that need to come in for that, and so kind of waiting for those to get here to do that. And so that's that. Also, on the money coming in from my niece, I don't know if I talked about this, but this was basically left over in my mother's account, what was left in there, and I think it turned out to be around $1,100, maybe a little more than that. And I really didn't realize that was in there, so it's kind of a welcome whatever, I guess, surprise. But anyway, like I say, that will provide me with some money to get some things done here. I'm going to build these shelves behind me in the cupboard there, the ones I'm going to build with the furring strips, and like I've described before, and get that done, and so I can get everything finished up in here and get everything moved in here and get things going like I want them to be, and that way I can get more things done here on the bench, at the bench. And so that's the plan there. So once that arrives, then we can do all that. And I'm not really sure. I have no plans to buy anything with that money. My 3D printer is working fine, so I don't need anything there. I might buy some more filament for it, but other than that, that'll be about it. So, you know, that's some of the things I'm thinking about. I had thought about going to see Bob with the money. I don't know that I am, but that's one of the possibilities, because I wanted at least $500 to do that, because I want to make sure that everything goes according to, you know, you don't want to take a trip like that and run short of money. I've done that before, and it's not fun. So, like I said, I just want to make sure that everything is set there before I go there. Also, we're still not sure about Steamtown. I think it's open more than it was. In fact, I think it's mostly open now. But like I said, there's still some questions there on that, and so I just want to make sure that I can get that done while we're there, because that's one of the things I want to do. I want to see Steamtown. I've been watching a lot of Virtual Railfan video on their live sites and some of their grab bag videos, and those have been kind of interesting to watch, and some of the stuff that goes on there. And also I've been watching the Friends of the Felines Rescue Center video live stream. The cats, the one's got the cats, and I think those are kind of interesting to watch the cats playing around, and the volunteers coming in and talking about this and that and everything else. One yesterday was a little upset. I guess I think she's like the one that comes in during the day, about every day, and does most of the cleaning and most of the laundry and things like that. I think maybe she's getting a little fed up with it. So, you know, I can understand that, because, you know, the funny thing about it was I started watching that, and I thought, man, this girl's doing a lot of stuff. I said, I wonder why she doesn't complain, because nobody else does all that stuff, and now she is. Apparently, maybe somebody else said that too. I don't know, but... Anyway, again, that's what's going on here at Seymour. Like I said, things are moving ahead. Glad of that. It's better to move ahead than move behind, I guess. It took 2 days to watch Bill's long flap. I started watching, I think that evening that it was posted, and then I told him totally just had to go to bed. I said, I gotta get some sleep. So I didn't finish watching that until the next morning, and then got that done. But a long flap, Bill. It's just unreal. That's really unreal. So like I said, that's really all that's going on. I got my meals mixed up. I didn't get up until, I'll be honest with you, I didn't get up till after 10 this morning. The last 2 nights I had, well, actually the last 3 nights I had been up till midnight or later, and it takes a toll if you don't, you know, if you don't get the full night's rest, or at least does on me. And so, you know, I had to catch up last night. I told Bob this was a catch-up night, and so. Like I said, it felt pretty good to lay in bed a little longer than normal. So, watched Musty 1 this morning, and you know, he was working on a motorcycle and he couldn't get that engine tore apart. Well, he got it tore apart, but it turned out to be no good. So that's kind of unusual for Musty 1. He usually, you know, makes a go of whatever he's doing, but this one was just too far gone. Sometimes that happens. And maybe he'll be able to find a replacement motor for it. I don't know. We'll see. But not a big deal, I guess. It's, you know, is what it is, especially for him. These guys at Derek on Vice Grip Garage, you know, I don't know how many follow his other channel, the Vice Grip Lodge. But it's kind of interesting. I was watching that the other day, that they're building onto their new place in Tennessee already. They're building another barn, basically the same size as the ones they have. I think it's 60 foot by 40 foot or something like that. And so that'll be another addition onto the end of that. So it'll be 120 feet long. which is pretty long, and so and he was showing the all the excavation and landscaping and groundwork that had to be done for that as well. So that was kind of interesting. I enjoy watching stuff he does, and this one that he's done with the crew cab, where he's got assembled the dream team basically of YouTubers to help him get the crew cab truck done, and that was kind of interesting. Episode 1. So I like content like that. I like to watch stuff like that, and I think a lot of people do. A lot of guys do anyway. That's good. And also, as you may have noticed, I lost some hair, or as they say, I got my ears lowered. Finally got my granddaughter Jordan to stop by. I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday she came by and buzzed my hair, and like I said, it really wasn't much up here, but there was a lot in the backside, so got that cut off, and that was good. Actually, I did my whiskers as well. I shaved. I had not shaved, and I don't know how long, but I usually just take the beard trimmer and go over and get as close as I can with it, and that's usually my shave. But I actually used the razor and shaving cream and did that for our little soiree that we had last night, and so that was again kind of interesting. I don't know that I was going to be good at it, but the fun part about that is, I think, just interacting with the other people, and some of the people that came did really good jobs, I thought, of playing their character parts, and that's probably the biggest thing that you get a kick out of, seeing people do that. And like I said, there were several of them that did that. And it was a fun time, and like I said, I had fun doing it. Turns out nobody guessed the murderer, which I was totally thrown off. I guessed the murderer that it could have been. That was one of the things. One of the people that came was gonna be the murderer, but she found the guy had already been murdered when she got there, and she was the one I guessed. And like I said. So that was part of it, and it turns out to be, like I said, one that nobody really even gave a thought to as far as being the one that did it. Bob joked before I left that the butler did it. Turned out to be the maid, Bob. That was who it was. So like I said, that was kind of interesting, and that maid was played by my granddaughter Jordan, the same one that did my hair. So that was fun, and like I said, my daughter's husband Randy played a Russian called Ivan. He was really good. He played his part really well, and like most of the people did. Like I say, I played an actor that was playing a detective. My character name was Dan Dragnet, so it was just the facts, ma'am. It was fun. Like I said, I really had some fun, and I'm glad I did it. I was kind of a little apprehensive about doing it because something you've never done before. You think, well, I don't know if I can do that. You think about it, but it was easy enough to do. They made it easy, and like I said, there was a script provided, and you basically read your part, and you tried to do it with your character in mind as far as how it would be played and things like that. So it was fun, a lot of fun. Happy about that. So I don't think there's anything else I've got to say. Been thinking a lot about the Buick lately. I've been watching all these LS swaps for all these different things, and I'm thinking, man, that would be a cool swap, LS swap to Buick. And I thought that would be great. But, the problem there is finding a good donor for it. You'd almost have to do a junkyard, because I couldn't afford anything else. And even the junkyard engines, I think, are going for a pretty penny on the LSs. So, because they're pretty popular right now. So, of course, the problem is the computer and getting that all done. And like I said, it's not something that's insurmountable, I guess, as I say, you know, especially for somebody that's into electronics. I think we should be able to figure that out. But of course, I think there's kits out there. I've looked online for mounting the engine and in the bay, in your car bay there for GM. I think there's a one that's basically anything for a 64 Chevy would work, or a 61 Chevy, I guess I should say, would work in my Buick. I think 61 to 64 GM, that body style, the large body style, they all use the same frame. So, like I said, that would work. And I'm pretty sure there's kits out there for that to mount those. Now, of course, you'd have to fabricate your probably your transmission crossover and things like that to hold your transmission. Of course, you would have to have the newer transmission as well. Like I said, it's doable, but you know, I don't know if it's something I would like to do at my age. You know, I'm not a spring chicken out here, so like I said, it does make a difference. So, but it would be an interesting thing to do, I think. So, plus it would give the Buick a nice, reliable engine, hopefully, and that would make it a more fun car to use and drive. I mean, the motor in it runs and the transmission works, but you know, you have to think of a car that old. How long is it going to run, and how long is it going to work, and especially with the Dynaflow transmission, those weren't the most reliable things in the world even when they were new. So you know, now this one's, you know, like I say, it's got 60,000 miles on it and it's still working just fine. So the chances are it would work quite a while, but at the same time you kind of have to think in the back of your mind, maybe it won't. Now there's also a possibility of just driving it like it is until it does do something, you know, other than what it's doing now as far as working, and then you could think about that. There's also, you know, I thought about swapping in a Buick 350 engine. That would be fine, and a more modern transmission from that. And when I say more modern, I'm talking about I don't know, 70s and 80s maybe, they, you know, or maybe even before that, but you know, something from that era. Those are good motors, and so you know, you could do that. You wouldn't have to have a LS1 or like that. You could even go into a later model, you know, with a throttle body or something like that, and do that. That would be acceptable as well. But I would think for a heavy car like that, a 350 would probably be the least engine you'd want to put into it, just to make it nice and drivable. I mean, you wouldn't want to, you know, I know the later model LeSabres and things like that had V6s in them, but you know, they're a little lighter cars, I do believe, than the old 61 is. So again, like I say, you could probably do it, but you know, would it be that drivable and pleasurable to drive? I guess that would be the big question, I think. But anywho, that's just some thoughts I had. You know, you think about a lot, or I do anyway, when you have time to think, and so that's what I do. So. Loving the meter. I've used it a couple, 3 times now for this and that, and it's just great. Turn it on and do your measurement. You know, it's all you have to do, and it's there. It's easy to use, and I'm really enjoying that. And so, again, trying to get this place situated, ready to go, and get things lined out. I want to get this power supply up and running so I can use it. I think that's going to go on that side of the bench because, again, that was the other thing I was going to do, the pegboard. That was the thing I wanted to go to Home Depot for and get those. And so, you know, that's what I should have done today. It's a good day to do that. Get my paint, get the pegboard, and that would have been perfect. But and I could have actually even got those screws and bought those, but I don't know. That's just things I'm thinking about. Like I said, I'm really going to wait on my other money to get the shelves going in the cupboard. Those are going to be, I think I figured out around $40 a piece, I think, for those. So, you know, I want to have enough money on hand to do that and not be able to run short. So that's the big thing about me, is running short. So, like I say, I want to do that. So. I think that's about it. I don't think, am I still recording? Yep, still recording. I think that's about it. So I'm going to try to do more flaps out in the car this year. Get out and do some stuff. Nice weather out there. And I think that would be enjoyable for me anyway. I don't know about you guys. You guys got to look at the same old face, so it doesn't really matter. But like I said, I like the park flaps. I've got that new park I want to check out. You know, there's other things to do too as well. And I might even go all out of Seymour, and you never can tell, and go some other places. So interesting stuff coming up, maybe, hopefully, and we'll see. But for now, I think I'm going to close this out and get on with the rest of my day and whatever I've got going. Bob's taking a nap now. It's nap time for Bob. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you.